Music matters.
Yes, sir.
SVCHXCKY, man, how you doing?
Man, chilling like a villain. How you?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Good to see you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man. I assume like after our last one, we could have went on for a bunch longer than we did last time.
Yeah.
So I was happy to have you on again, especially
like,
since you got the tape out and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the tape too. But we spent like half the time just like traveling.
Yeah, bro.
With heavy bags.
But that's how it is sometimes. Like especially with the interviews, it's like. Sometimes shit just doesn't work out. It's not about like the problems that happen. It's about finding ways to solve them. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Like when you're going from place to place, the variables are all over the place. So it's like shit can happen. You just gotta roll with the punches and figure it out.
Yeah, that's life though, bro. Like a lot of people don't understand that sometimes. Sometimes people will feel entitled.
Yeah.
Too much, you know. But if you know life gonna give you bullshit every day, you just gonna rock with it, you know.
Yeah, the people that get stuck are the people that like when shit like that hits them, they don't really roll with the punches. They kind of just stop and they're just like, oh.
I mean, it's based off your drive too. Like, like what you doing it for? You know, like if you on some like just want to be on some random, hole in your heart, meaning like you're just trying to get some type of like, validation. You're gonna be lost playing catch up. You feel me?
Oh, 100%. Especially when you're only doing shit for validation and you're not doing anything for any like other reason, you know what I mean? Because like the thing about validation, it's like you can get there and you can get to that point, you can reach that point where you finally feel like you're respected, like you're valid, whatever, but then it's like you require more. Then you require more to be considered like a higher level in your own mind. It's just like a constant battle with yourself to almost like feel like you're enough.
But a lot of people take the vanity out of that. And I don't know if people really know what that means, but like basically like vanity is like the over like being over admired to someone's accomplishment or somebody's appearance. Mm-hmm. So it's like people just take that and go out the window with it, where they praising celebrities like gods and shit like that. And it's like it's cool because like some of these people that influencers, you know, start trends and stuff, but sometimes people take it too far and get involved into stuff that they don't have to.
Oh, totally. And I mean, I don't know. I think about the word like influencer. Like, what does that mean? Yeah. What the hell is an influencer?
Like back when I was a kid, we had an influencer. Like,
yeah.
Fuck is the influencer?
How old are you? You're like 20.
I'm 26.
26. Yeah, that's right. So, because I'm 20. So growing up, like even that wasn't a thing for me. Like there was no such thing as like an influencer. You know what I mean? There's people who had influence. Obviously, people have always had influence.
Yeah, it was basketball players, rappers. You know what I'm saying? It was. You know what I'm saying? Your actors and stuff, like people you see on TV. Yeah. Like influencers. That means like we got bunches of people trying to be leaders into a certain way. And sometimes it go good, but then sometimes it be like it be south, you know, like and then people take it too hard and now they get caught up into a lifestyle that they dreading on, you know what I'm saying?
And it makes sense when somebody gets famous for something else. And then they, like, use that fame to then, like, pursue other avenues, you know what I mean? But, like, fools are just getting famous for, like, being famous. And then they're just, like, they can do whatever they want because they have, like, this influence.
The power to just do it. That's what it's all about. Like I said last interview, it's just, like, what's your power? Like, what you stand for, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people go day to day. Like, we get this question when we born, like, what you want to be when you grow up. So then it just brings that anxiety of just, like, pressure of just trying to be somebody, you know? And it's, like, millions and millions and millions and millions of people out here, you'll feel like you try to, you know, want to be valued. You know, you just want your power. You just want to be alive. You want to be, you know, known in this world of just a bunch of people. So,
do you ever feel like, you know, as you get bigger, as you grow, as you keep putting out music, like, is that something you almost run from? Like, the idea of being, like, thought of as, like, this god or, like, this person who, like, is on some kind of higher level when in reality you're just a guy making music?
No, I just try to do it to show people like anything's possible. Like I'm not above you, I'm not below you. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm like right in the middle. You feel me? Like, and a lot of people don't see that. They take these like shows or these accomplishments, like I said, the vanity.
Yeah.
And they just like they out with it. Like because I did this, you treat me like that. You feel me? But like from the beginning, we all from the same environments and shit.
I mean, especially with shows, like, how could you almost not feel like that? You know what I mean? Like, think about it. If you're in the audience and you look up and someone's on the stage, they just seem like they're higher than you. Yeah. But you can't think like that. You can't think that anybody's higher than you. You can't think that anybody's below you. You gotta give respect, but demand respect. You know what I mean? When you walk in a room, you should treat everybody the same way that you want to be treated. But if you get treated less than you can't fuck with people like that because they're not. I feel like once somebody like is disrespectful to you, it's hard to like gain their respect. Like,
but like, it's just like this, and I'm learning from like my OG. Like, it's like basically like what attracts to the mind will apply. You feel me?
Say it again.
What attracts to the mind will apply.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's only gonna be a disrespect or whatever if you let it, and that's all like a psychological thing. You know, like you could go to a party, right? And depending on how you dress or whatever, how you look and shit, that can make you either feel like I'm that nigga, or is this a cool fit for the party? You know what I'm saying? But that's just like you in your head. You feel me? Like you just tripping. Like, bro, it's all in here. Like my mom said, ask them, bro. I barely get dressed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I barely put on like a decent fit. But the type of demeanor I have and the type of drive I've got, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna look pleasing to, you know what I'm saying? To people. So it's just like, I don't know. I feel like some things you can't let hit your heart. You know what I'm saying? Too much. You're just taking it and roll with it. You can't just be like, and that's the part of the respect part. You know what I'm saying? Like when somebody know like what they trying to throw at you negative don't apply, and you still doing your shit, then they be like, oh yeah, I respect that, bro. Like I had a bunch of people saying, yo, I didn't even see that straight vision. I didn't know what that straight thing meant. Like I thought y'all was just playing around, but then it goes from that to like, you know, the shows and then meeting new people, and then it get bigger. Like my homie just said, like I even peeped that, and then he just said, I want to be a part of that. And it's just like, damn, like I've been pushing stripes since 2013. You know what I'm saying? So the vision just come alive based off of like what I believe in here.
2013. So like I don't think we even got into that last time. So talk about like
it was like basketball related.
Yeah.
Like,
so strife was just you guys were all hooping, and then that was pretty much where everything started.
Yeah, because I'm from Philly, and like coming out here, I was an outcast. Like, that's just in my head. I felt like an outcast because I couldn't relate. I couldn't talk about like nothing. Like, sorry, my nose was stuffy. But
me too, bro. Allergies. Yeah.
I couldn't talk about like I couldn't relate to that because over here it's more chill. It's groovy. You know what I'm saying?
Different than Philly.
It's way different. Like the music different, the dress, see how people act, what people into, what people like. It was just different for me, and it was too fast. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking like being in Philly. I don't know if y'all seen that show Bel Air. Y'all should go watch that. That's a good show.
No, I never seen it.
Should go watch it. It's like a little like dramatic series about Fresh Prince and stuff. But like coming out here, it was like different because it's like, for example, in Philly, we gotta wear uniforms in school, bro.
Every school?
Every school, from like elementary to high school, you gotta wear a uniform, bro. Yes. Am I lying, bro? Case? Like probably Central, like don't gotta do it, like, but that's only Central. That's the only school I know that can. Yeah. I gotta wear a uniform too, like, so it's like it was more institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? Everything gotta go a certain way. You know what I'm saying? If you had too much tattoos, you know what I'm saying? You can't get a job. You feel me? If you do this, it's all really institutionalized. So coming out here, being in a different, it's crazy. $7.50 an hour type shit, like, but real $7.50. Yeah, $7.
Jesus, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That makes me think of yesterday. I did an interview with Omni. Did you know who Omni is? They're a group out of Atlanta.
Nah.
Shout out to them. But anyway, they were telling me. I mean, I guess obviously this isn't the same in Philly, but they're from Atlanta. Or no, they're from a town outside of Atlanta, like a small ass town outside of Atlanta. And one of the guys, Jordan, he's a black guy, and he was telling me like he'll go to school and like just straight up get called the N-word by like random white kids. Bro. Yeah, just crazy.
I remember one time I went to the South, bro. I went down there with my god family and stuff, and we on some normal stuff, just chilling outside. My godparents like, go outside and play. Oh. There was some rocks just like beaming at our heads. We like, we at the bottom of the hills, at the top of the hill. We like, what the heck? We look up. It's some Atlanta kids, all dreadheads. Like, what y'all doing over here? This hard. I swear, I was like 9 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, the only reason I bring that up even is just to like say like that is something that I don't think would ever happen in the city. Yeah, I don't think that would ever happen even in California, especially not in the Bay. You know what I mean? Like
the city, more. I mean, the Bay. It's just I like the Bay because it's the mind to check where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? You either could be in the treacherous part of the Bay, or you could be at the more groovy, you know, artsy, hippie, whatever you want to call it. Like, more expressive part of the Bay. It's just what the mind want to attract to, and it's like where you come from too, an environment. You know what I'm saying? Like it took me to understand. It took me to understand is like, yeah, because you live in Cali don't mean you got it good. You feel me?
Yeah, that's facts.
It took me some years because like even though Philly like really treacherous and really like lower than this, it's some environments in Cali to keep like institutionalized and keep certain people from poverty. You know what I'm saying? Stuck in that mindset with no type of belief,
no way out.
No belief for change. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you start to realize is like when you look at the locations of the areas and stuff, everything's just like pushed away to the outskirts. Is every like hood in the Bay? It's like
it's
to
hidden.
The war. Yeah,
it's hidden amongst like rich areas. That's totally how the Bay is.
Or it's getting pushed close to the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you really understand like it's the Bay is just like it's his own like world. Really.
The water thing is true too, and I feel like a lot of people don't think about that. Like think about what is like the most historically like poverty-ridden area of the Bay, Hunters Point, and where is it? It's literally right on the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right. I feel like, unfortunately, like things like that get pushed to the side. Like they get pushed out, and it's like the middle, especially with the city. Think about the city. You know what I mean? It's like you can have like complete poverty right next to complete
and then
richness.
On top of that, the media do not cover nothing.
No, not at all.
In Philly, the media cover it. Like
really?
Every 10 o'clock, you'll hear somebody get gunned down or something. Like here. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, but I understand because it's like the Bay really bigger than what people really think too. Like, it's so many cities and neighborhoods inside this big area. You know what I'm saying? On the East Bay, you got this side of the Bay where the city at. You know, you got the southern where San Jose and stuff. Then you got past like if you go past east to the hills and stuff. It's like it's crazy. It's crazy.
And they're all so different.
Yeah, all different mindsets.
So when you came from Philly, like, did you almost like
Bro, I thought everything was one way because Philly, everything is one way. So I'm thinking like over here.
Really? There's no like different Philly neighborhoods aren't like super different.
Like I mean, when I mean like one way, I mean like it's like
it's all similar.
It's all similar. Everybody gonna rock a Dickie suit. Everybody gonna rock a similar type sneaks. It's the waves. You know what I'm saying? I got waves with similar too, but. It's people out here that can be your own style. You know what I'm saying?
Well, think about like how different even like style is from like say like Berkeley to like Concord to like Concord, SF. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's all like a different. The people are different. Yeah. Like not only the way they act, the way they dress. Like just the people are very different, and it's these places are 25 minutes apart. You know what I mean? I was talking about this yesterday actually with somebody. It's like think about like how different people are from like this side of the tunnel to the other side of the tunnel. Like it's crazy on both sides of the Caldecott. Like people are like they just act differently, and it's weird. But that's crazy to me hearing that Philly's not like that. It's kind of. Do you think that's a good thing?
That Philly stick to their own mindset.
Yeah, that they're all kind of. You don't think so?
That's a bad job because like you gotta check like this, like because all right, this is how it be. Let's say you want to do something right.
Yeah.
And it's different. Like I say, like you never played ball in a day in your life. You like 9 years old, right? As soon as you start playing ball, you gonna have hella pressure on you right away. People will check your style, like what you can do. Can you shoot? Can you dribble? And if you can't do what they expectation is right off the bat, you're gonna get shot down with your dream. Automatic. They gonna you ass, bro. Excuse my French, but you terrible. Like give it up. Da da da. You know what I'm saying? So it's either gonna do two things. It's either gonna make you or break you.
Yeah.
Like where we come from, it was cut to make us, because everything is a test every time, bro. Somebody gonna even test your outfit, what you got on, da 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 da. Somebody gonna test your what you eating. Yo, you hype your shit. You got cheesesteak. It's like a test for everything. Here you can just chill. Yeah, you can smoke weed. Everybody more.
People accept you the way you are.
Exactly. Over there, it's more like. You gotta fit the standard. If you don't fit the standard, you not him. You feel me? You not bull. You a weirdo. You feel me? Like, I grew up watching anime.
Yeah.
Right. Like my twin, my brother right here. He came over here and realized like I really watch anime. Crazy. He was like, "Yo, you really be watching anime like crazy?" I'm like, "Yeah." I just never expressed it loud back then because back then you can't do that.
Yeah, people make fun of you.
Yeah, it's a different era. Like we in 2020, 2022. Like back in like 07, like, I'm like 10, like 9 years old. Like, nah, bro, you gonna be a weirdo. Like,
but it's crazy that like that was only 13 years ago, and it's that different already.
it's
You know
different
what I mean?
because the internet, bro. It's the
Totally,
internet.
it's definitely the internet. Yeah.
The internet, everybody want to be like cool. Like, I'm talking about like everybody want to be like the bull. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I also feel like the internet, one thing it did was like it gave people like let's say like, I mean, just for example, you said you were watching anime. Let's say like back in the day, like you didn't know that there were other people around you that watched anime.
No.
Because how could you? No one's talking about it for the same reason you're not talking about it. But once you have the internet, you know what I mean? People are like, there's all kinds of shit. There's like little Reddit communities for anime, or people are like making YouTube videos about them, whatever.
But I knew people was on them type time, but I knew they wasn't in Philly.
Yeah.
I knew they was far. Like, I knew they was like out the way. Like, it was no. And the type of mindset, the communication back then, terrible. Like,
Yeah.
bro, we didn't get phones until like, how old was when we started getting phones, bro? Like 12, 13, probably 14, bro. Like, kids can get phones now at 6 years old, 5, whatever.
Facts, yeah.
Like, so all we know is the people we know. You feel me? We only know our cousins or people that are on the block.
Yeah, your circle.
That's it. And the TV, what you see on the TV.
Yeah.
You got to ask. Back then, you had to ask to get on the computer. You know what I'm saying? You can just on
Yeah.
the computer, like.
Or you go to the library or something or whatever. Yeah.
Go to the library, yeah. And that's time.
Yeah.
These almost will never get that. Yo, I just thought about that. Time, but bro, we had to have time. When your mind, I went used to work at the library. We used to be in that joint. Time, bro. Time, internet.
They're charging you like $20 like per
30
like
minutes.
yeah, for 30 minutes type shit. Yeah.
That internet free everywhere. Get the fuck out of here.
But
That's
that-
crazy.
Think about like back in the day though, like nobody had an understanding of like what internet costs, so they could just charge whatever the fuck they wanted. Like they could charge you like $50 an hour and just say like,
I
oh,
just peeped that,
it,
yo.
it
That's
costs
out of
$50
pocket.
an hour. You know what I mean? Like think about it, because
Yeah.
nobody knew like what it cost to have like high speed internet running through your spot or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like they can just say it costs way more than it did and charge you hella.
That shit's crazy.
The anime thing was something that I wanted to talk to you last time about,
Yeah.
but we didn't get to it because I mean, again, we could have went for how long last time, but we were on a time crunch.
For sure.
So like a lot of your art and stuff, even on the new project, but not just the new project, and I mean that's probably where we'll go in a second because that's what we want to discuss in this interview. But
Yeah.
even on your previous stuff, a lot of your cover art and your videos and a lot of the animations you do, a lot of the stuff is like based in like a lot of Japanese art.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you like,
and shit.
I want to ask you
Yeah.
like when you
Except
got
for the last
first
one.
into that, how you got interested in like anime and Japanese art and all that stuff.
Well, art. My dad is an artist. Yeah.
What kind of art does he do?
He paint. He do a lot of good paint, like good paint, mural paints and stuff. He can draw bodies. He could draw this table, have a sit in here if he wanted to. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
The type of inspiration I seen from it. He told me one thing. He said, "I'm not gonna teach." He said, "I'm not gonna have you hand for hand. I'm not gonna teach you nothing." He said, "Literally draw what you see." He said, "That's what I do. Draw what you see." He said, "Every curvature, every line, every shade, draw it." So, during that practice as a kid, you know, me and him used to just sit down, you know, just be drawn. Like, if we would do too much, like, jumping around or something like that, they might sit down, draw, go sit down and draw. So we just start drawing. You know what I'm saying? Draw. It built it built my skill up. Now, growing up, I used to draw, like, you know, Dragon Ball Z characters and stuff like that, Naruto, just playing around. Until I met this one girl in 5th grade in Pendle, my Pendle Elementary. And she taught me how to do the actual Japanese eye. And I was like, yo, as soon as I started doing it, I started getting fascinated with just drawing eyes all over, you know, books and stuff, just a Japanese
Yeah, because
eye.
they have like very specific kind of like eye and like the
yeah,
art. Like it's a very,
yeah.
the faces too are very specific.
Yeah. So, moving forward, that's how I just know, like, that always
I'm gonna move this back a little bit, but keep talking.
Yeah, that always been in me. You feel me? Like, just that type of mindset, just get into that. 2018 though, like, I don't know, I just started liking like watching anime heavier because I went through like a certain type of depression. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the last interview, and then because of that, I wanted to somehow implement my music into that type of stuff. Cause I used to watch a lot of AMVs. And like
what's an AMV?
AMVs are like if people don't know it, AMV is like a music, like they'll put like any type of rap music.
Yeah.
But it'll be like a cut scene of like animate people fighting and
Okay.
stuff to the music in the background. So
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, I never knew what they were called.
Yeah, they're called AMVs and stuff.
Okay,
So I started like 2018. I started practicing making my own AMVs and stuff. So then it was just time by time. And then moving forward, I started doing animations because of I got an iPad. I do everything off the iPad.
That's what Edward. Shout out Edward. He does like all of our graphic design and stuff. He does all his stuff on an iPad.
Let's go, bro. We're limited, bro. I swear to God, bro. I was the only person that did that. Let's go, bro.
Yeah, he does everything on an iPad.
We got to tap in.
And I mean,
I gotta get your IG after this,
dude. 100%. No, you definitely should, cause his shit's crazy. All of like the visual, like our new merch drop and everything. That's all Edward. He kills all of it. But
bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Look, all the iPad, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Damn. So.
I swear.
What program would you make stuff like
Procreate,
that on? That's what he uses.
Video Leap.
Damn.
That's crazy. I didn't. Yeah. So that was like too. I guess
people don't know that.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like through social media, you're not gonna know what type of hard work somebody gonna put in.
100%. Yeah.
Like shout out Y&J. Y&J said some crazy stuff. I don't know what he said bar for bar because I'm down for like citing bars and stuff. But he was just talking about like taking the elevator or taking the stairs to the top, something like that. But it was hard. You feel me? Like like we were taught like from my grandma. I'm like, you gotta put in the work. It's no like you can't just like pay your way to the top forever. Dude,
no,
you're just gonna be like one greedy and then two like
eventually that's just gonna catch up with you.
Yeah, it's gonna catch up. Like if you know how to do it yourself and put in the work, that'd be like a little. You know how Iron Man is? Like this is off topic, but Iron Man, like he got skills in his brain. Like he can craft and make anything he want to do. You feel me? It's not the stuff that's popping. It's the fact that he can make that shit at the time or whatever. You feel me? So that builds a more of a standard of just like how I feel. Like I want to be expandable. You feel me? That way, if like you be more independent, you'd be more like a walking force. You feel me?
I think that's one of the most beautiful things about the internet too.
Yeah.
It's like now, I mean, you kind of have the ability to like learn all those things and like master all those skills just from like watching YouTube and shit. Everything that I know like regarding Above the Bridge, like how to video edit, how to shoot interviews, how to interview people, all that shit came from YouTube. Like I learned everything in regards to that all from YouTube. You know what I mean? So it's like it gives you the ability to kind of like independently learn things opposed to like learning them through a person or through school.
Yeah.
Well, allergies. So I want to talk to you, obviously, with this interview more so about your tape. First off, congrats on the project.
Right on, Jay. Right on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it. I feel like front to back, it's cohesively and then also just like story driven wise. It seems like there's a lot more that went into it than a lot of your past stuff.
Yeah,
so a lot of your past stuff, which I fuck with, a lot of it was just like
just
I feel
tracks,
like it was more based on like bangers, like just fun stuff, fun turn up music. But like on your new project, I feel like front to back, like you're trying to tell a story. So the first thing I want to ask you, like, can you explain like the basic narrative of the album, and then also how long did the project take you to make, and did you have a lot of those songs in the vault, or like how'd that kind of come about?
All right. Yeah, a lot of songs in the vault, right? From like I think it was like from November to like January. I wasn't in the studio. You know what I'm saying? That's like kind of odd because I usually ask them. I'm always in the studio trying to get something in.
Yeah.
And trying at least week by week. When that happened, I was like, damn, I haven't put out some music since the summertime. We're in like January. I'm like, all right, I know how this is about to get. Like, it's about to get hot. Everybody want to drop their stuff, which don't have to apply, to the mind. That doesn't have to do with me, right? But I'm like, I need to like drop content, like, you know what I'm saying? Not playing catch up, but like, making sure that
be on the same page as everybody.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure that I'm prepared, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what I do. I love to do this. So, before I went to Ade's. My boy Ade, shout out Ade. And then Tito, too. I went to Tito because Tito, he just moved to L.A. So he was like, I'm about to go.
For real? Tito's down there now?
Yeah, he's down there now.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, shout out to Tito. I think he got a show, is it this Sunday? I think it's this Sunday. Yep.
I seen that, on his Instagram.
I think it's the 10th.
Hey, Tito.
I'm jumping with the dates. But like I was saying, we was locking in. Me, Tito, and Ade, right? Just locking in. I go to Tito, I go to Ade. I go to Tito, I go to Ade, whatever. Yeah. Locking in, right? But then I had like a good solid songs where I'm with Bam, Bam and shit. And we driving, and we like, I got all these vibes, bro. Like, I'm like, what the fuck do I do all these songs? How can I make a tape? So Bam like, you know what? I'm like, I'm like, he like, you should call it All My Vibes. And I was like, I stopped like, why I dropped like, what the fuck, like. I was just thinking something like that. I'm like AMV because that's a good little drawing. Like everybody watches AMV.
AMV, yeah.
What are these AMVs? Innovation videos. Like it's all a tie. You feel me? Like it all comes together when you understand. Like it's a rapper that does AMVs. You get me? But the tape is called AMV. But I put in parentheses AUX movie vibes because, as you can see, that's like the type of tape you gotta drive to LA. Or you gotta take a long drive, 30
put
minutes.
That one on,
Just put that joint on. By the time you do the tape, enjoy your ride. It's just like a little book. You feel me? Just like a little movie book, just for a vibe of just like, how can I capture the audience of what I'm trying to say with what is in the album, like the knowledge points and how can certain things affect your internal and shit like that. So. The reason why I did the interludes the way I did, as you can see, the first interlude is me talking to the universe.
It was chapters, right?
Yeah, it was chapter 1, yeah. That's another thing. It's 2 chapters. So chapter 1 got 8 tracks, and then chapter 2 has another 9 tracks. It's not like 17 tracks that's together. It's like 2 tracks. You know what I'm saying? 2 tapes in 1 type vibe. Per se, I just wanted to just see if what the audience is like. You know what I'm saying? So when I send these tapes out, I just want to see, like, okay, whoever said, yo, I got your message, I see what you're saying. I see people I tap into. So, like I said before, to make sure people strive to reach infinite full of energy.
Yep,
you know
strive. Yeah.
Exactly. That's all the mission is, to keep the people empowered. You feel me? And just to show, like, it's a person out here right next to you that can do multiple sounds.
Yeah.
You can do it too, bro. Shit is not that hard.
It's about inspiring and like showing people they can do it. Yeah,
exactly. Like, cause think about it. Like, this is a hard video, by the way. Shout out to that power drum.
Shout out.
People close their minds too much, bro. You feel me? Like they close their mind too much. If they hear something they don't like, a song or a beat, they're like, this. Yeah. Or they compare it too much too. They're like, oh, this sounds like. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like the way I did with this tape was like, let me scramble so many types of pockets and so many types of sounds that you just gotta ride the wave. Like you just gotta just go with it, just flow it. You feel me? And that's how you just see like chapter 1 is more of like getting you hella like up there, bouncy.
Yeah.
And then chapter 2 is like taking you a little bit down, like more chill.
It's like more personal.
More personal.
The
exactly.
first chapter, I liked how the intro kind of like tied into it because it felt like first off, like I feel like the first chapter just by itself, it kind of felt like a conversation with the universe. So I really fucked like how you put that as the little interlude, as that first intro. What was like where did that idea come from? Just like have like you talking to the universe opposed to like talking to one of the homies or something. That was
probably one of the most weirdest things I ever did. Cause I did it on the fly, bro. Like when I say on the fly, like, so I was talking to Ade. I'm like, Ade, I got an idea. Like I need to just do these interludes. And Ade like, all right, cool. So when I'm doing it, I know he looking at me like, is he good? Because I'm literally doing it like, you know how somebody will do like, somebody will do a take, and then they'll do another take, and then they'll do another take.
Yeah.
No, I just did straight
one
through,
take,
like,
yeah.
Da-da-da-da. 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 Da-da. And that, like, I didn't write it out or nothing. It was just like off the fly.
So like a real conversation.
Real conversation.
It felt like a real conversation with the universe because that's low key what it was. Yeah.
I had to sit down like, what the fuck? That's it. I'm making sure like that sound that right. So then I had to tell Adi what parts to make.
Yeah.
And change darker. You know what I'm saying? That way it can sound key. You know what I'm saying? Like back and forth. And then from there, I did another interlude because like the whole time I was just like I just had this idea. Why don't I just give voice memos of like funny moments? You know what I'm saying? Or like cool moments on the telephone, on the phone with him and stuff. That's how you Devil May Cry. Just to go into that song. They cut in. I'm just talking to him, and he just was OG, just chiefing it up and shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was just so funny, I can hear him coughing. It just reminded me of some some Friday shit or so. It's
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then like I got the inspiration of Good Kid, Mad City too. You know, like how it's different towards talking to his mom and shit about the dominoes and shit like that.
Kendrick did that a bunch of times. He did it on T-Pab too.
Yep. So it just like get a little inspiration. I try to take like a little Kendrick stuff, but still keep it more like modern with like, not saying his not modern, but you know, more modern with like the
electronic sounds and stuff like that.
like the new age shit. Yeah,
I could totally see like where the story avenue of like an album like Good Kid, Mad City, or even like It's Pimp a Butterfly, kind of like could have influenced your project. Because like what you were saying, like, you know, it's the kind of tape that you put on like while you're in a long drive and you listen to front to back, and you get the vibe of the first half of the album and then the vibe of the second half, and it's two different things, but it's like one cohesive story. That's totally how Good Kid, Mad City is, like you were saying. Like you kind of hear the full story of him like getting away from Compton and then wanting to move back, etc. But it's like you that I feel like that project, like it's more enjoyable when you listen to it front to back opposed to just like one or two of the songs.
Yep. And then the dark tone voice type stuff, you know, of course, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
With like Goblin or ASAP Rocky too. Like, you know, I just feel like that's like a good like slept on little technique, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just making your voice a little. Oh, what the hell? See these niggas on TV right now. See? That's some scary shit.
I just saw Tyler live 4 or 5 days ago now.
Just have the government listening.
And he played and he played Who Dat Boy, and there was like in the background he trolled everybody, bro. He had like a shadow like come behind the curtain, like there was like a curtain and you could like see the shadow, and it was shaped like Rocky. So everybody thought he's about to bring Rocky out. And then he started going, Wang Sap, and then he was like, and then he goes, nah, I'm just fucking with you guys. I was like, everybody around me was like, no way, bro, he's about to bring out Rocky.
Bro, Rocky, I seen him like twice, bro.
Really? Where at?
I seen him the first time I seen him downtown at the, man, what's that place called on Warfield, the one downtown by Market, kinda by Vanessa. Bill Graham.
Yeah,
I seen him on Bill Graham. I seen him there. That joke was crazy because like I seen him like Bill Graham. I thought they was gonna have like the seats, you know. No, they took.
Nah, Bill Graham's GA. Yeah, it's all floor, bro.
All floor. Mm-hmm. I'm like, so we can walk to the front.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, walk to the front. That joke was crazy. He had girls flashing their chests and shit.
Yeah,
that shit
bro.
was crazy. Like, and then I seen him twice again at Rolling Loud before the pandemic in LA and stuff. That was pretty beautiful. Stuff. He definitely my top inspiration.
Do you like Rocky's like older stuff more or his newer stuff? Because I don't like testing for me. It's not really my kind of thing. But yeah, his older stuff is what I fuck with, like Long Live ASAP.
Have you went to a testing concert?
No, I never seen him live.
Go to a concert.
Yeah, it changes the experience.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Like I'm gonna give you an example. Like Travis Scott, I ain't slapped Travis at first, bro.
And then you seen him Astro World live.
RP my nigga KB, bro. I love my nigga, bro. Me and him used to argue who's better, Meek Mill or Travis Scott. Like, I'm talking like 2017 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Cause like I'm on a basketball team. You know, we hoopers. We talk about music. We debate and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, he like, you don't even listen to Travis. I'm like, bro, he sound like Party Next Door. He took his whole swag. That's what I'm thinking, because that's what I heard first.
Yeah.
I'm not even know his inspiration. I'm not knowing that he really make his own beats. I'm not knowing none of that, right? He like, all right, you keep talking mess. Watch when you go to a Travis Scott concert. I'm like, whatever. I'm at Rolling Out, right? So they're like, Travis Scott. So in my head, I'm like, oh, shit.
All right, yeah.
Watch this nigga. Bruh. What's the song that go Mamacita, Sita, Sita?
Mamacita, right? That's what it's called, right? I think.
Bruh, this nigga with a fucking bird.
So you saw him. Oh,
bro,
so
this nigga on a bird
yeah.
like
So you
this.
saw him Birds in the Trap era. That was when he was doing the Birds in the Trap shit.
This nigga on a fucking bird. Like
yeah.
This screaming Mamacita.
Crazy.
This is my first concert ever, festival ever. I never been to a concert in my life.
That's gotta be a crazy first concert. Yeah.
Bro, and I took a jigger, bro. That's the first time I took that in my life. I'm looking like, I get it now. I just unlocked the whole. I get it. Like, I see it. Like, I'm like, this nigga tough. I go home. Like, I'm watching all his videos and shit. I'm seeing that he got good ass videos. I'm like,
his videos are wild.
Like, this nigga fire. I'm like, oh hell no. I'm like, damn, KB, I'm tripping. This nigga might be up there with me. Like, you know what I'm
I've
saying?
done that before, bro. I've like, there's been somebody like that damn near the exact same thing's happened to me before. People have compared somebody. I'm like, nah.
I'm not gonna lie. I started studying Travis, right? And like early Travis was on too much on some Kanye shit. You know what I mean? He was on,
totally.
You know what I'm saying? That's probably why. And he was on some features I didn't even know he was on. You know Travis Scott on Dream Chasers too? He on there, bro. I swear to God, bro.
What song?
Bro, what song is that? Hold on.
On what project?
It's like an old Meek project, bro. Travis Scott is on Dream Chasers too, bro.
He's on an old Meek project? That's crazy.
Bro, from like 2012, I think it was.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of his early stuff too, he was just, a lot of it was like really, really Kanye. And that was because he came up with Kanye. You know, that was like how Travis came up. But like I kind of agree with you. Like I wasn't really into him at all. Even like I thought Rodeo was dope, but outside of that, I wasn't into him until Astro World. And then like Astro World Live, bro. 8 years ago. Wow.
Remember this, Joe? Yeah. Oh my, that was Travis Scott. Like, yo.
So 8 years ago,
that was G-Section 3, not 2. It was 3. My bad.
So 2014. So that would have been like right after Rodeo, right? Or no, Rodeo was like 2015, I think.
Yeah, so I'm dissing him. This thing, I slapped it before. Like, what kind of shit is that? Like,
that's hella funny. You got in an argument with somebody about who's better, and really they're homies. Yeah.
That shit crazy.
That's hella funny, bro. I want to ask you about the album cover too for the new project. Did you do the album cover, or did somebody else do it?
I got a home. Ironically, I talked to her way. Like I was cool with her before. I talked to her before the war stuff that's going on between
Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, cause she's from I think she's from Russia and stuff. But we've been homies for like I guess a year to the
just on the internet
on
shit.
The internet shit, IG shit, cause she got good ass art. So I'm like, yo, this is shit fire. And like the fact that she communicated back about should I do? I'm like, oh yeah, that's real genuine. Cause like a lot of people on the internet are like funny.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So moving forward, we got off topic. So when we came up with the name of the project and stuff, and then once I got the interlude together, I was thinking like I could draw my stuff like I usually do. But I'm like I want something different. Like, and I looked at her. One day I was listening to some music, and I was looking at my IG, and I seen her pictures, and I'm hearing the music that's on the tape. So looking at her pictures, I'm like,
fits,
bro. I'm like, it fit like crazy. Yeah. So I hit her up like, yo, what's up? Like, what's good? You know, like, what's your budget? What's your price? She chart, and that she sent it back. Right, exactly what I was thinking. I just said I need a girl angel and a devil angel holding each other and stuff. And I can tell you the meaning behind that too.
Yeah, tell me that. Why'd you want it to be the angels?
So like, you gotta understand, like in this world, it's like two paths and stuff, right? There's darkness, light. It's always an opposite, boy, girl. You know what I'm saying? Up, down. It's always an opposite of something, right? Depending on that opposite of how things is with that determines, like I said before, your path. But at the end of the day, from bad comes good and vice versa. You feel me? Me and him came from like the treacherous parts of Philly. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like where it's like sometimes we be having conversations with each other and we be like, how the hell we here in California alive? Like, so then that's the light side of it. You feel me? But in order to appreciate the light side of things, you gotta go through your dark side. You feel me? You gotta go through your dark pain. Like, you feel me? You may lose somebody. You may be in a certain way where it feel like the world is on the edge of ending. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally dealt with death like numerous of times. You know what I'm saying? But the light side of that, it gave me armor to prepare for the next day. You know what I'm saying? What you go through is gonna make you for the next day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make up for your tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? By living through you today.
Well, you can't really appreciate the good parts of life if there aren't bad parts, because you need that perspective. You need to like.
Because then you'll be cocky, or you'll just be like entitled, too much entitled.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like everything is your way. You know what I'm saying? So like basically, what I'm saying is like, even like where we come from, like the churches and stuff, like that environment, right? That's a lot of crime, poverty. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that's trying to get it because it's hunger. You know what I'm saying? When you're hungry, there's no excuses, and it's really hard because it's like people outside of churches would think like inside it's like they just gotta get their job, they just gotta get their life together, and it's like that. But it's like, no, it's environmental ties that we're born into. You feel me? When we born into these environmental ties, it put a lot of pressure on us. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
About me laying my head and on 20th Street. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's not from 20th Street or cannot, you feel me, like me. Or because I hang with this bro, cannot like me. You feel me? Or you can just, by hanging with a pack of friends, you can get into something and that can lead into something. That's why a lot of our environments, it's like how it is now. Because when niggas get older, it's not fists no more, it's guns. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more of just showing like the world like it's beauty through dark and light. You feel me? And it's like past. Like the choice that God gave me is a choice to just show people like you could come from somewhere and then be something like that. Like that's why like Jay-Z is it's important. You feel me? Like because he had to deal with like the the pressure at that time of accepting, changing a certain way of a lifestyle, from coming from Mercy on projects in New York to being a billionaire, that's kind of big.
He's seen both ends of it. He's seen
That's
the worst
big.
and he's seen the best.
Like, I ain't no billionaire, that's big. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like, I ain't never met no billionaire from the projects.
Yeah.
That's really big. So when you come from the dark projects of poverty and then you go to the top, you see the balance of things. Now you're more humble. You're more like, focused on what's really the top tier. You're not greedy. You know what I'm saying? If you come from like the high richness, you may be greedy enough to think that certain things come a certain way because you're big headed. You know what I'm saying? You got your shit you got your way every time, so it make you big headed. Because it make you big headed, you're not. You know what I'm saying? And that's like for example, no disrespect, but a Trump. You feel me? He's hella big headed because he feel like everyone should do it that way because he made it.
Handed everything.
Exactly.
I think that's really important when you're talking about like environmental factors. Think about like, oh shit, I kicked that. My bad. Think about like, it's crazy to me that people don't even consider the environment people are born into as an explanation for why the way they are. You know what I mean? Everybody is born. Everybody is a product of their environment. It doesn't matter if you're born into like money. You'll be compelled to get money. If you're born into poverty, it's going to be a lot harder to get money and get out of that situation.
Yeah.
But it's like people just jump to conclusions and act like you're completely in control of your life. But you're really not. Like, it's a crapshoot. It's a roll of the dice. Like, you're born into whatever you're born into, and then you got to figure out what you can make of that.
And yeah, it's just like people just feel like
it's entitlement, like you were talking about.
Entitlement, like through the internet, literally. Like if someone sees somebody doing something from somewhere on the internet, they feel like they can do it too or do it better. You know what I'm saying? And they can do it better, but it starts a flock of competition, which is the American dream.
Yeah.
The American dream is to compete. Why you think American Idol is the number one?
Yeah, it's because it's that relatability. You know, people want to imagine themselves
like
there.
You feel me? Like,
people want to imagine themselves on that stage, like getting the vote to go through or whatever.
Yeah, so it gets people already competitive, even in school.
Yeah,
who's the best scholar, right? Or who's the best bully?
Who is the best Who is the best test grader? Who picks on the most kids?
Clown? Like, it's already somebody's competing in something. You feel me? So it makes everyone hungry, and sometimes we get unnecessary hunger. It leads to greed, and then we steal from other people's plates. Controversy. Yeah. That's why we go into war. You feel me?
It's easy to get like wrapped up in that too, and like wrapped up in like being the best. But something that I try to like think about it a lot is like, maybe let me like not try to be the best. Let me try to be the best that I can be. You know what I mean? Opposed to like beating other people or being higher than other people. I think it's better to think of it from the perspective of like, how can I make myself and my version of myself like the best possible scenario, the best possible version of myself.
Yeah, and that's like, when you compete with yourself, you go way farther. See, me, I was competing with myself doing these animations like, all right, this is choppy. Taking criticism from my bros, and then like, all right, this gotta do this better. This gotta be this better, because that's gonna make me a better artist, bro.
Yeah.
If you can accept, that's the lead to growth, bro. How you supposed to grow? People say, I want to grow and make money, but don't accept shit. How you do that? Like, you don't accept nothing, bro. Like, you can't take none of that in.
Yeah.
But you want to grow. You know what I'm saying? So then, like, people just feel like it's easy. And then once it don't go their way, they turn into negative terms.
You have to know your shortcomings to be able to then improve on the shortcomings and then be the best version of yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why people like
reading books, bro. People don't read.
Yeah.
Especially my people, bro. Like, color folks do not read, bro. We gotta start reading books, bro.
But you and your homies put me on with like a lot of books. Like Zan was talking about the War of Art. And I read that book, and that was like, it's one of the best books I've ever read. I think about it, I talk about it all the time, and he put me on with it. Yeah. Reading is something that people like.
Yeah, I put Tail on I Wasn't in the Devil.
Yeah, he was telling me that.
Yeah, it's like, there's a lot of information reset every 100 years.
Yeah.
Every 100 years, we live in a cycle. So why not read a book that can help possibly show you what the world is? It's like a map. Books are maps, bro.
When did you start reading? Like, how did you first get into reading?
I started reading to like 2020.
Oh, okay.
It's the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? My boy Tito, like.
Oh, really? He got you into reading?
Yeah, because I'm like, once I read I Wasn't in the Devil, I'm like, how many books out here like this, bro?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, don't take it personal. Don't take everything to like, oh, this is the law. This is the book what it says.
It's just a perspective.
It's just different perspective. You like, okay, it's analogy. You analyze. You know what I'm saying? That's for like, oh, you ever play like Tomb Raider or fucking like Uncharted and shit? They gotta read. You know what I'm saying? To analyze certain shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same type of lifestyle. Like, if you read, it help you better analyze the world.
I think that's true. Like, I don't think you have to like take everything you read as gospel, but you should take everything you read as a different perspective and then you consider it.
Yeah, like that's all you, for real, like, and then you when you have certain knowledge, information is more than anything. Like, money, more than anything, like information. Like, if you have knowledge on stuff, you'll be more like driven to get out those loopholes.
Knowledge power.
Yeah, loopholes. Like I get into loopholes, bro. I'm like, do I really want to do this? Like, not do I want to do this, but do I really got this? Is this really gonna work out?
Yeah.
You feel me? And then I'll be like, no, I'll go back into those like mentalities. Like, nah, bro, like it's gonna work out.
Yeah,
it's gonna work out. I'm just in my head, you know. So it's just like, read, bro.
Put me on with Outwitting the Devil. What do you think you learned from that book? Like what's that one about? Because that's something that maybe I'll add that to my list.
Shit, I analyze it day to day, so I really want to know every page of that. But like basically, it just teaches you how to be free mentally, spiritually, and physically. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts to talk about like the keys to success, right? What are the things that people drive to? What are the people's desires? How can your desires make you a fiend, or how can your desires make you more empowered? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like really the cheat code to life type shit. Like, it'll teach you like that the author name's Napoleon Hill, and like
that's a Napoleon Hill book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Everybody go to that book first.
Yeah.
I tell people no, so I went to the devil because Think and Grow Rich is just basically like
it's cool.
If you're a good person, you're driven, then you know Think and Grow Rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I think you're right.
You know what I'm saying? If you good, like, what in the devil will teach you some internal stuff, like stuff where you look in the mirror, you like, let me handle, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me live by this. Let me figure this out, because it's like more empowered stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he starts. So like chapter 1 and 2 just talking about a situation where he get into some shit. He get into some shit where another Arthur with him get gunned down over some like feed troubles or something like that. So he get paranoid. He has to move out the way. You know. But he thinking the guy looking out his car window. You know. And then it goes to he looks on the corner and he just says, quote unquote, I'm interviewing. He sees I say the devil, whatever. And they said the interview begins. So the whole book is Q&A.
Whoa.
It's not no paragraphs. And it's just question. He's like interviewing the devil, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First thing he says, he said, what are you? He's like, what are you? He said, some say I'm some spike head. Some say I'm this. Some say I'm that. He said, but what I'm going to tell you is I'm every negative portion of every atom.
And
he said, if you don't believe me, just listen up. As he go into the book, he started breaking down. First, he starts saying things starts in rhythms, right? Rhythms is habits. Habits is characteristics. Characteristics is environment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, let's say if I'm from the projects, this block, like Philly, for example, each block is poverty. There's no getting out of Philly until you out the joint. Like, yeah, it's not like here. It's like city. You out town, city, town. No,
it's city and not city. Yeah,
and you out there. You know, feel me? So habit starts to pick up, right? If niggas from this block is doing this and niggas from this block is doing that, and they put it on the internet, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna pick up on that and do the same thing.
Exactly. Now the main thing that's going on right now is what? Drill.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. Philly just got drill scene in 2020 like heavy. Feel me? So now it's like it's up. It's like block versus block, but it's deadly because it's like certain drills is gang versus gang. These are blocks versus blocks. So this is like
a lot of people.
Imagine like these niggas right. We right here, right? And it's a block right here. Imagine this block and this block fighting, but then you go 4 blocks up, they got their own problems. You go 6 blocks that way, they got their own problems.
That's insane.
That's Philly.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So the type of mindset like that, that's how I wouldn't Dell starts to break it down, right? And the crazy part where usually like Philly, like it teach you how to be stubborn sometimes, where you be like, man, it's a fucking book, like, and plus if you
kind of stuck in your ways.
yeah, it's a book, like this is a white man's book, like, you know what I'm saying. But then when you start putting the clues together, the book was written in 1930s during a recession. Everything in that recession happened is, I swear to God, my life, God strike me if I'm lying, it's happening right now.
Patterns repeat themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, he said it. He said, don't worry about this recession. Like the devil was talking. He said, that's just a part of my mass fear. He said, mass fear is like basically, he said, I use propaganda for mass fear. He said, once I use propaganda mass fear, everyone that's just chilling, you know how we was just chilling before the pandemic, everyone was living their life?
Yeah.
Mass fear. Now
Got too comfortable.
Everybody's in a psych. We in the house for like a year. What that's going to make niggas do?
Think, analyze, get depressed sometimes. I mean, I guess you could take it in a million ways, you know?
He's saying this in a book that's made in 1930s.
Repeat itself.
The book was so crazy, it didn't get published until 2005. The guy died, then they published it.
Whoa, really?
And then they published it.
I didn't. That's
because
wild.
A lot. It could be like, and it says certain parts of the section. It'll say like it's a narrative, right? And it'll be a note, and it says, this is why we couldn't say this part, because back in that day it could be controversial. Because he'll say a lot of things that's like could be controversial.
Yeah.
He'll say like stuff like, it's a thing called drifting, right? Which is the quote unquote sheep, right? Where you pick up these habits and you just keep doing habits and habits and habits, and you don't even know why you live it no more. You just like, okay, I'll go to work just to make money, but I spend money, then I go to sleep.
You forget why you're even alive. Yeah.
Exactly. So then you become you don't know your purpose, and you become a part of that, what they say in the book, the 98%, the people that lives in the world, not the 2% that creates the world. Now, take an Elon Musk.
That's a crazy concept. Yeah.
Exactly. Take an Elon Musk. Why everyone was partying, drinking, smoking, which is cool to do. It's based off your perspective of life. You feel me? Not everything's a law. It's hella laws to life. That's one thing. That's one thing that people don't be saying. Like the government stuff and everybody that run the world, they be thinking it's this way and it gotta stay this way. Like everybody got like, it's 50 million brains, bro. Yeah. How you gonna tell 50 million brains they gotta act this way, bro?
Exact same. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It just give you knowledge of the portion of why like Elon Musk is a 2%, or Benjamin Franklin a 2%, or the people that, you know, leave their mark.
They create the world, like you said. Like 2% create the world, 98% live in it.
Yeah. Now let's talk about. I tell my folks this, bro. I tell my folks this. I call it the dead puppet masters. The dead puppet masters are the people that create things create things that's like worth millions and millions of dollars that control this world. Yeah. You feel me? Like a Bentley, like these, like an Apple, or person that made McDonald's. You feel me? Like the guy that made McDonald's is gone, but McDonald's controls the world.
It doesn't even matter that he's gone, because he still has control, even though he's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, and I call them the dead puppet masters because we all, not all of us, but 98% of the puppets are controlled by the things that are
pulling the strings.
Exactly, the businesses. You feel me? The things, these cellulars, right? T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, all these guys, right? Control our cellulars. They got control of our communication through. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted to have a little what's them joints? Hey, Case, what's them joints Scepter used to go on? Scepter, the bus. They used to, when we couldn't ride the bus for a minute. Strike. Mm-hmm. If the tellers wanted to go on strike, bro, and say, yo, we not getting enough money for our bills or something like that, we're fucked.
Yeah. What are we doing? Yeah.
You cut that out. You ain't get that from me. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they have the dead puppet masters. The guy that made T-Mobile, I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. Nobody knows who he is because he still has the power.
The guy that make Facebook. You know who it is? The guy that make Instagram. You get me? The dead puppet masters that creates these environments, right? Mm-hmm. So now let's take certain type of content, certain type of propaganda. Like I just said in the Outward and the Devil, he used those negative atoms through the propaganda and it spreads to the medium. Now, I don't know if you know your research, but you know the word Medea?
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 No.
Well, I don't really pay attention to the god history stuff. But it's a history that she's a Greek goddess of illusions.
Okay, yeah.
Now, if you take Media, that's media, right? A lot of people are imaginative and they see stuff in their phone and they create illusions of how that lifestyle is. So that is a reincarnation, you know what I'm saying, of society. There's a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's crazy that we sleep on.
That's wild. So the only difference
Shout
is
out
the
to
age.
Xanabis. He taught me that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, Zan's a genius. Shout out
Yeah.
Zan. Going back to what you were saying about.
It's the I and the E.
Yeah, it's the only difference.
It's the only difference.
Medea.
Uh-huh.
The god of
Now
illusion.
About,
so we think is real.
The Tyler Perry Medea.
Mm-hmm.
It get real deep into that and how quick he shot up with his plays. It get really deep. Illusions, like it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's just you gotta, just taking time of just like your surroundings.
What you were saying about like how the outward and the devil almost like personifies like the devil, that's a fascinating concept. That reminds me of the book I was talking about earlier, the War of Art. Because they talk about resistance.
Mm-hmm. They fall in love with misery.
Yeah, exactly. They talk about resistance as like they almost personify resistance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that book made me think a lot about like my habits and what I do and like the way that like if I think about like every problem in my life, every single one stems from a lack of self-control. And like in any regard, I think the vast majority of everybody's problems, it at least for the most part, will be a result of a lack of self-control. If you had total self-control and could force yourself to do the exact thing that you have to do every single day, so many of your problems would be gone. But it's what I found super interesting about like characterizing the devil or characterizing this form of resistance is the idea that like if you can beat that, you then have so much power. Yeah. It's about like forcing yourself to figure out how to make yourself do these things you don't want to do.
Once he tells you like all the terrible things in the beginning, he tells you the keys of things like definite purpose, right? It's like saying like the keys of definite purpose. One thing is like time waits for no man. Time is the cheapest asset and the most abundant we have. So what you do in time can create more manifestations, right? So then you start breaking down like you gotta have that definite purpose. You can't be unsure, Like it's like a fight. That's why I call it strife. Strife is conflict. It's a fight though. Like every fight, whoever like Jake Paul, whoever, they definite that they gotta win. If you're not definite in here, then you just stuck in a cycle. You know what I'm saying? If you wake up every day, you be like, oh, I'm not gonna go do this. I'm not gonna go to work. I'm gonna just call off. Then you're not definite that you making moves to better your future. Yeah, you get me? You just unsure. That unsurety is unclarity. You get what I'm saying? You get that unclarity, your future is not clear. You're gonna be in a thing, and then a lot of people, like I said earlier, do it for the vanity. They just do it for the image. So that drive, that kick, you don't got no story. Like that joint just you average. Like you just an average rapper doing the same thing the next person already did millions of times more. Yeah. You gotta have a purpose with this.
And you gotta wake up and like almost what you said, like fight the day. Like battle the day. You have to like wake up and
you gotta
think.
Be sure you're gonna win. Yeah. There's gonna be some bad days, but if you can accept that, you can just take down the chin like, yeah, that was a bad day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We all got bad days, bro. Like. It's a we just like we're on the pandemic era. You feel me? It's like life is not going. That's the entitlement when you feel like today gotta be good. That's the entitlement. You feel me? But if you like the word that book you were talking about, if you focus on the misery and just the drive, you'll be more.
Heads up! There's smoke in the hallway. The alarm may sound. It's going to be loud.
Oh shit! Not the fan. That's why. Cut the air off. The fan off.
Shut up.
We good.
Damn, your smoke alarm talks to you? That's crazy. It said it's going to be loud.
Shout out to Master P.
Keeping you safe. That's funny. So you have this tape out now, this new project. What do you so like right after you finish this, right after you put this out, do you get right back in the studio, or are you chilling more now, trying to elevate yourself, or what's the idea?
Bro,
right back in the studio.
AMV, bro, tell him, man. What we say, bro?
AMV is like.
What you want to say on the mic? You want to say on the mic?
Nah, I'm cool.
All right.
This your shine.
All right.
I'm just the narrator right now. AMV is just like a mini movie, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, in his mind, he got so many different personalities. You feel me? The way he rap is so many different versatile styles. Like,
it's a snapshot.
Like, you can't stay in one dimension, so that's what it is.
So you get right back in there and make another one.
Different vibe for every. Every CD is gonna be like 2-3 different vibes.
Yeah, of course.
You feel me? That's why he broke it up in chapters.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, driving.
Bro, Like, think about it like this. A lot of people limit themselves when they drop. I don't know if you interview an artist, but they be like, it's not the right time yet. Right time.
100%.
Hey, bro, who are you? Like, nigga, how you going to tell when people just stay on the right time, bro? Like,
There's a lot of ways to look at it, but
you know what I'm saying?
I do think that
NBA
like people,
Youngboy, Little Durk.
yeah, bro,
keep naming
that's
them.
a good point. I think people like
Yeet.
the yeet for sure. I think a lot of people like look way too much into that shit. I mean, it matters. Like, I think it matters like when you time your drops, but people like will use that as an excuse to not put anything out.
Cheat code, give it a purpose and an aesthetic.
Yeah, facts. Then it matters. Yeah, that's true. Like almost like make the circumstance for it to be the right idea or for it to be the right time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you can wait forever, and it's like, bro, is it really gonna change that much if you drop your project from like September to August? Like, bro, just put your shit out. Like
all underground artists. See, I'm the type of person that's not selfless with knowledge. All underground artists, bro, you need to drop it and start a campaign on each song.
Yeah.
You feel me? Give somebody aesthetics to each song. That's the game.
I think you did that really well with Castlevania specifically.
It's
like
bro.
you pushed that song from the second it came out. You're still pushing it, right?
Yeah, all the time. I got some other, bro. I got some one for the Bay though.
You got some what?
I got one for the Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you make Castlevania when you were still in Philly?
No, I made it here.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I got a song that's about to unreleased for the Bay.
Uh-huh.
The Bay song.
Oh fuck
That's
yeah,
about
bro.
to be on some like. So I'm a campaign Castlevania and that song.
Yeah.
I made Castlevania just on some like chill vibes, just with my boy Ade,
Uh-huh.
Found a little sample, but the way he do it, he only take like I was like only that's all he took, bruh. And then
What's that sample? What's that from?
Oh no.
Yeah.
One of these 80s games. It's like an 80s game, bro.
Do you sample a lot of video games? Cause I want to ask you about, bro.
We play video games a lot, bro. If you go to Ade crib,
yeah,
he got every game.
that's
Name
sick.
Name a game.
Name a game.
Name a game system first.
Nintendo 64.
You got that? I think he do got a 64.
Does he?
He got a 64. He got a PlayStation 1.
That's the OG
PlayStation
shit,
2.
bro. The fucking Nintendo 64 was so fun.
And he got the old school TV too.
Oh, that's
the RVC,
sick.
I think it is.
Bro, those systems hit way different on older TVs because that's like what they were made for. So like they just look, I don't know, like all retro and way cooler on
some
old
games
TVs.
You be playing, them beats be hitting, bro.
Yeah,
The
bro.
beats be, I'm like, what the hell? We need
Well,
to...
you used the Pokemon song in
that
that
was
one track.
The old vibe, yeah.
Yeah, that bro. I don't know if you still fuck with that song, but I love that song. I think that song's dope.
His joint was the Kids Next Door drawing.
Oh yeah. Kids Next Door, fire ass show.
Yeah.
Hella underrated, bro. I grew up on that shit.
Yeah, that shit's fire, bro.
It was super creative.
That shit's
Like
definitely creative. That shit's at a lot of fucking. Did you know a lot of cartoons like that be giving game inside? Like if you watch like Avatar cartoons, they be saying some like cutting like life changing game.
facts.
Like that just hit out on the TV. Like
Well, you go back and you watch it when you're older, and you realize that like
they really
damn, they're saying some shit. Yeah,
people to really like wake up to certain shit. Like
Avatar is a good example. Like Avatar, if you go back and watch Avatar, there's all kinds of like crazy subliminal messages that no kid would pick up on. You know what I mean?
No kid would pick up on. Like you look like, okay, my kid watching so good. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
you ever like this is kind of a similar thing, and it's funny. Like you'll go on YouTube and you'll see those videos of like people talking about how SpongeBob had like hella like out of pocket references that like no kid would get, but they were hella like so shit that was like hella vulgar, like super like not good for like kids to be like listening to, like super sexual, or like some like funny ass joke that was like almost like an R-rated thing. You know what I mean? But it's so like subliminal that like no kid would even understand it.
They be putting them on YouTube with the highlight. They be highlighting them.
Yeah, the whole compilation
that's
thing.
The Berlizzi YouTuber. That's how he got up there. Like he used to comment on like the little cartoon songs and stuff, and how they used to people were looking and stuff, like just roasting them and stuff. Back in them days, that was like 2016, 15.
That's hella funny. That was an underrated era of YouTube.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this yesterday with Gore IRL. I interviewed him. Shout out him. We were talking about how like it's funny how like kids who like me, for example, grew up playing video games. We grew up like recording myself playing video games and making little montages and shit and put it on YouTube. It's funny how all those kids like kind of grew up to still be like interested in like shit like what we're doing right now, like podcasting or interview stuff, or like different kinds of YouTube stuff. It's like a whole product of like a specific age of the internet, and you can see like now how those kids have manifested, because they're all like ages from like 20 to 25.
25, yeah. And then stuff is starting to repeat. Like I'm starting to think like damn, like I'm starting to get it now. Like like stuff repeat.
Yeah.
Like it'd be stuff
Look at fashion.
Bro, I'm about to say
Hella.
my female a little sister.
Mm-hmm.
She would start coming around with True Religion. I'm like, that's his style. What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, your old heads don't even know about this. I'm like, look at her.
She called you an old head. That's how
she called me
funny.
an old head, but she's 14, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm like, I got a bunch of true heads. You want them? She's like, yeah, where they at? I'm like, that's crazy.
But that's facts. Like I remember when I was in like middle school, like that was you were like dope if you pulled up to school with a new pair of like shoes on.
Yeah, it's just a different time, man.
That's super funny because that I don't know, like it's like in my head that doesn't seem like that was that long ago.
It don't, because the internet makes time go faster when it is.
Yeah, hell yeah, it does. I want to ask you about like the amount of songs on the new project. So there's 17. That's a big fucking project.
Altogether, but it's two
interludes. Yeah,
two track. It's like basically I was trying to, because I didn't know how to do like the reset count. You know how like you watch
Yeah.
get a deluxe and
Uh-huh.
it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
The
7,
different
8.
discs.
I
Yeah.
didn't know how to do that. So,
Oh yeah.
So basically I was trying to it's 2 tapes in one. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's 8 tracks each set.
But I want to
So 8
ask
and
you,
8,
like,
or 8
having
and
that
9.
many tracks on one project, how long did that take to make, like, front to back? Like, how long ago did you start recording for the new project?
Most of the songs was from summer to now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, summer to January. Well, half. And then the other half was just from, like, January. Top of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, making, like, you know, trimming off the fat, you know? Making sure shit's fire.
How many songs, like, did you make during that time that didn't end up on the project that probably will never be released?
Probably like 30.
That's a lot of songs.
Like 30.
Yeah.
Like 30, yeah.
That's a vault. That's a vault and a half. Do you, speaking on, like, the sound and your new project, and then also, like, even your previous stuff, I want to ask you, a lot of it, like, varied much, like, it strays from a traditional Bay Area sound. But now that you've been here a bit longer, you know, you're from Philly, but being in the Bay a bit longer, are you compelled to ever make anything that's more of, like, a Bay Area sound, or do you want to, like, kind of stray further from it?
That's like, I'm going to play this song for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. I remember this off the new project.
Yeah, this is like a Bay Area song. And I got the one I just made. Oh my god, the one I just made.
Super Bay Area.
Yeah. Hey man, you can roll it down.
Yeah, the 808s and the bass, way more Bay. Yeah. What's the new one you're working on that you said is gonna be more Bay Area influence?
I'm gonna play it on the phone. If you
Trying to pause that.
Yeah. If I play it on the phone, is it gonna go through the speaker?
Just send it to me. I'll like put it on the thing right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just send me it. That's fire though. Yeah. So kind of speaking on that, and just like the entire aesthetic, like on the new project, that there's no features front to back, right? What compelled you to do that? Like, was there?
I don't know. I just be locking in sometimes. But
Yeah.
I do got upcoming features coming up, bro.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Payback. I mean, skirt.
Oh, you and Payback got something coming?
Yeah, for sure.
Why the fuck is everybody I interview recently just like keep saying the same thing? Like, yeah, I got some with Payback, bro. She's working, dude.
Oh, if a Rico nasty or somebody find her,
She's harder than Rico.
That's what I'm saying. So if a Rico nasty or somebody find her, she cold.
Yeah, bro. I seen their the kids are opening for Baby Tron. That's wild.
Oh, me too.
You're on that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good for you, bro. I didn't know that. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't know
16th?
that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Bro, good for you. That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
How did I not know that? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's wild
I
though.
promote myself more.
Yeah, you do. That's crazy. You pumped for that?
Yeah, it's first show of the year, you know.
Yeah.
So just ready to that song I just sent you is gonna be one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna lock in and do another little type Bay vibe, you know.
Yeah.
And then like a bitch trying to be focused, you know, and just like not per se to make people jump around. You know, just more of like I got something to say, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man. You hyped for that?
Yeah. This
Tell them where they can get tickets for it. We're shout it out real quick.
Sold out.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This sold out, bro. Bro, soon I can get some of this. Soon as I got the flyer, bro, it got sold out. It was like the show like in a week and a half from now, bro.
You played a sold out show ever? Or is this the first one?
I think the last show I did was sold out. The D Savage one.
Damn, bro, good for you. That's
D
fire. That's
Savage
fire. I
was
forgot you opened up for D Savage.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Damn, bro. Are you trying to perform live more in the new year?
I'm just trying to do everything to inspire.
Yeah.
Whether it's animations, performing, whether it's any type of thing, just like inspire my folks to like. You could do it, bro. If you be more selfish with your accomplishments, you get more egotistic.
Huh.
You lose focus of the real plan.
Mm-hmm.
You become egotistic, you just be just as bad as the system. But if you try to help the system and help the people in the system, you'll take your accomplishments and spread the love.
What do you see yourself in the next year, the next 2 years? What's like the biggest number one goal?
I think I'm on a Dreamville. Shout out to go. I swear to God. Bro, I don't know. There's more heat. That's all. I'll just aside though. There's more heat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
There's more heat, but it was good talking.
Bro, for real, yeah, I appreciate it, bro. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for everything you got coming. The new tape is sick, bro. Good to see you winning, as always, my brother.
Appreciate you, Dante. Love you, bro.
100% love you too, man.
Yes,
Tell them where they can stream the new project, stream everything.
It's everywhere. AMV, AUX Movie Vibes, SVCHXCKY. All platforms: SoundCloud, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, IG, same.
Wherever.
Wherever, yeah.
Yeah. All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
SV Chucky.
Sir.